And we're back. Icecrown Citadel Part 4. In this part, we're going to be talking about the Frost Wing. And really, there's only two bosses in this wing, so this video will be rather short. But it's, part of my series, and I believe that Sindragosa and Dreamwalker are definitely some interesting fights. Now, with the introduction of Mr. Pandaria, of course, Sindragosa isn't as big as a deal as she used to be, but, she could still give some people some issues. So, we're going to take a look at this. And you see here that I have a friend in my group, and that is because I personally, as a Death Knight, cannot solo Dreamwalker. I don't have any heals, and I just can't heal her up. So, I brought in my friend. I'm going to show their footage on this video, and I'll give them a little, pimp their channel in the corner, and you guys can go and check out their channel. But here is what they do. And in the top right, you can see my gameplay. Mine's honestly not that important, but if you're doing this with two people, what you're going to want to do is have that person that is not healing kill the ads. The ads on the left and the right should be killed immediately, because what they do is they will reduce healing on the boss by, I believe, 10% per application of however many is casting it. And in this case, it was, I believe, 3 on each side, so it's about 60% less healing taken. I believe that is a number. I could be wrong about that, but bottom line, just take them out. If you're soloing this as a healer, simply just kill them with whatever you have. You can see my druid friend, she just kind of heals, but if you're a druid, put some points into Heart of the Wild or whatever and start casting them down with wraths and moonfires and all that kind of good stuff. Pretty much just take them out if you're by yourself, but if you have a DPS friend with you, tell them to take those out. They take priority over healing the boss, because then it's just a cluster, and that's just no fun. So basically, I don't really have too much to say about this fight as a DPS, other than kill the ads. As anyone else other than a healer, just kill the ads, and even as a healer, kill the ads. It's just the bottom line of it. Take care of it the best you can, and as a healer, don't fret too much about mana. Try and heal her up the fastest you can, especially in Mr. Pandaria. This is a very, very easy fight, and it's not that big of a deal. I am able to come in here on a random character and just demolish the fight. So you can go in there and do that. You see, I'm doing the dream portals, and those are not really needed. As a DPS, if you're just having a down phase, you can jump in there, because it does increase your damage done by a certain amount of damage. I'm not too sure how much per application. I believe it's about 10%. But you can go in there and get a little bit of damage boost if you do need the extra damage, but you should be perfectly fine with this. You can see here I'm blood and taking out these ads that are causing issues with just 1 or 2 blood boils. But that's the fight. Healers, don't worry about going into the rooms unless you're just striving for mana, and even then you don't really need it because it's not that much mana. But yeah, that's about the gist of this fight. And thank you again to my friend TDB Nostromo for helping me out with that. I really appreciate it, and if you guys go over there and show them some love. They do some WoW videos, some League of Legends videos. They haven't been doing too much on their channel at all, but go over there and help them out if you want to. But let's move on to Sindragosa. So I thought I'd include for these guys, I would recommend, if you don't have much gear, take out the dragons separately rather than have them together. The one dragon fears, and although you may be a high level, that does have a chance of hitting, and it can make you take a decent amount of damage. So that's what it is. Just kind of take it one at a time if you're having issues, but yeah. And I will say that my friend, I believe, stayed in the instance. They did not help me out at all, so you don't really have to worry about that or anything. I did still solo this. I think they just stayed in the instance for whatever reason, or I might have kicked them out. I honestly don't remember. I just remember either me talking to myself or me talking to someone else. But let's move on to Sindragosa. So Sindragosa is a very simple fight, and really all you have to do is just worry about killing her and trying to maintain your stacks of the Frost Breath. The Frost Breath, while not doing too much damage, it does hit you, I believe by default. It could be avoidable, I'm not too sure though. It does decrease your attack speed and casting speed and all that kind of stuff by a good amount. I'm not too sure how much per application. I believe it's about 50%, which means if you're a Death Knight, you are going to be attacking very, very slowly, and you're not going to be able to build runic power and runes very fast on this boss. So I would recommend kind of saving your cooldowns for kind of a burst thing. You can either do it at the beginning here, it doesn't really matter, or you can do it at the end, wherever you feel is comfortable, if you have like a ramp up or something like that. But just know that that can really hinder you, and you can see here, like, as the fight progresses and my frost stacks get higher, I just do less and less and less damage. My damage gets less and less frequent, and it just gets to be a pain, honestly. But however, if you have an ability that will negate spell damage, something like anti-magic shell or something like that, you'll be able to get rid of that debuff. Just make sure you use it right before she casts Frost Breath. If you have deadly boss mods, which I actually do not in this video, and you can go and you can use deadly boss mods timer to time your anti-magic shell perfectly so that you don't get Frost Breath. Now, you can see her blistering cold there. It doesn't do like any damage at all, and when she goes into her air phase, if you're doing this by yourself, she will not do anything to you. Really, she'll cast these things, and you can see how much damage it does here. 17,000 damage. Although I'm taking 10% less damage, that's still, you know, not much damage at all. So I wouldn't even worry about it. It's only about 20k damage per tick or a hit, so it's not worth dealing with. You can see here, I'm just getting close to it just to show you guys. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. 21,000 damage is as much damage that it did on me, although I am a tank. I assume the max it could do is maybe, I don't know, 30,000. Now, if you're doing this on heroic, mind you, it is very different, and that can kill you. It does a good, like a huge amount more on heroic. I believe it's about 50,000 plus on heroic, which is still survivable at level 90, but I'd still watch out for it, especially if you're kind of worried about taking too much damage. But overall, that's the whole fight right there, and congratulations on finishing up the Frost Wing. And that's it for pretty much the whole raid guides. The only thing left is the Lich King, and that video will be coming out here hopefully soon. I do have holiday stuff going on and whatnot. I wanted to get this video out there because I had a few questions about it, not just from my viewers as well as my friends that watch these videos. So I just wanted to get this video out there and say that thank you so much for the support of my 300 subscribers giveaway video, and wanted to say that that is still going on. I believe I'll probably end it at the end of the year or something like that and give out my prizes. But again, thank you so much for supporting me, and if you want to be entered in that video, I'll put a link down in the description below where you can go and click on that and watch it and all that kind of stuff. So have a nice day, enjoy the rest of this fight, and let me know what you'd like to see next from old raid guides. I'm able to pretty much do whatever is soloable, except for current level content, which I've seen like Warlock solo, Immersus, and stuff like that, which is honestly kind of an exploit and was going to be nerfed very soon. I'm almost positive of that. So, have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.